Hey everybody, I'm that one person, and I really hope that team's a little loud. Alright, hey everybody, I'm that one person, and welcome to Mario Kart 64. I've played like 2 Mario Kart games on stream before. Now that I'm actually like thinking about it, I'm kind of surprised I haven't played more. uh, as per usual, with the Mario Kart game, I just kind of wanted to like do this as just a fun way to spend the time. Unfortunately, I can't do versus mode like I normally do and just have it be like every single race. So we're just gonna have to go through like the regular Grand Prix mode, I suppose. Regardless, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into this. I just kind of wanted to do it. And I know what you're thinking, why specifically Mario Kart 64? Here's the thing. I've mentioned a couple times recently, only 100, I'm not trying to challenge myself, I'm just here to play the game and talk, man. It's almost always on 100cc. I'm just kind of doing it to play the game, just hang out. You know? I'm not doing this as like a whole challenge or like a competition, I'm just hanging out. Just something to facilitate conversation, I suppose. Also, it has been a hot minute since I played this game, to be fair. I was literally practicing earlier this morning, and I wasn't doing very well. Regardless, besides the point, what I was saying earlier was, I mentioned a few times that I was going to be receiving some old gaming consoles and related things. This is one of them. So that's kind of like part of the reason why I decided to play this today, specifically, just because I have a physical Nintendo 64 and copy of Mario Kart 64 today. So that's just kind of cool, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to... Fuck. I didn't want to fuck. I wanted to use this. Also, sorry about getting a little aggressive. I was just kind of like... I'm usually like a little testy at the beginning of stream, because it's a lot to set up. And the fact that I'm out of practice with this game does not help. It's been a while. So anyway, yeah, if you're thinking it looks a little bit crunchier than usual, that's probably because it kinda is. It literally just is off of an actual Nintendo 64. So that's cool. Anyway, I don't really have all that much to say today, besides the fact that I have some new things to mess around with, and also things that I'm probably going to be Wow, a star in second place? Are you kidding me? Sorry, that kind of just threw me for a loop. Alright, as I was saying, I've got new things and I have new plans for streams because of those things. I have just a big collection. Well, not... It's kind of big. I split some of it with my sibling, but I have a collection of games that I plan on streaming. A collection of games, some of which I have already streamed. Like Super Monkey Ball. I have a physical copy of that now. I have a physical copy of Underground 2, or Tony Hawk Underground 2, to be clear, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, so that's cool. Spoilers for a future stream, I now have a copy of Tony Hawk's Proving Ground for the Wii. So I plan to getting to that at some point. I also got a few NES games, but also, I did not receive an NES. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream those anytime soon, but at least 2 of them are games I've already streamed anyway. Mario 3 and Mario 2. I still haven't beaten Mario 2. Maybe I'll do it... Maybe I'll do it someday. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on physical console, because that means no saving, pretty much. So I'd have to do it all in one stream, and that's a lot of Mario 2, and I'm not very good at Mario 2. Or Mario 3. Or Mario 1. Maybe I'm just not good at, like, the 2D Marios. Not even all that great at the 3D ones. You'll probably see that someday if I ever stream more of those. It's just kind of dawning on me all of a sudden. Despite how much I play Nintendo games and how that's like what I do for a lot of my time, I don't stream a lot of Nintendo games, do I? It just kind of caught me off guard. With how much I talk about it, you'd think I would... can't even tell which ones are fake boxes. You'd think I would stream more Nintendo games, considering how much I talk about them. But I think I just do, like, the Wii and the GameCube, and even then, a lot of the time, it's, like, third party. Or second party? I guess that would be stuff like Kirby, technically. Stuff that's, like, on a Nintendo console by developers that are probably owned by Nintendo, but not actually made by Nintendo themselves. I don't fucking know how this works. I don't know. It's just kind of something that, okay, just kind of hit me right then and there. I'm not doing very well. Fuck. But yeah. I don't know. I have some more games to stream eventually. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but what I do know is that I am still collecting games for the Game Vote in the Discord. And also, I don't have my stream manager up. Hang on. I've just been kind of looking at chat on my computer instead of using my phone like I normally do. But yeah, I'm still collecting games for the Game Vote on the Discord, which is found here. Not to advertise that right away, but also, like, if you guys want to suggest things for me to stream, go at it. It literally just throw anything. It's, you know, I'll figure out the details of what goes in the Game Vote and whatever later. Just suggest, whatever you feel like. I can't promise that every game on there will be played or even wind up in a Game Vote, but I can say that I will at least consider all of them. That's all besides the point. I guess there isn't really a point if I'm not really talking about anything specific right now. I feel like I'm just sliding all over the place. And I don't mean that in, like, yeah, obviously, Bowser's obviously, like, always been the heavier, slidier character in these games, but I feel like I'm just not controlling it as well as I usually do. Should have saved the mushroom for the shortcut. I probably would have if I wasn't, panicking. Damn it. I've never been good at aiming shells, regardless of Mario Kart. Okay. Anyway. I had things I wanted to say, but I got distracted. Oh, right! I fucking remember what I wanted to say. There was a fucking cockroach in my room on, like, Monday. Like, in my room. My room is usually meant to be, like, a safe haven for me to get away from this sort of shit. It was in my room. Not just in my room, it was on my foot in the middle of the night. So that fucked me up. I've had a rough time sleeping these past 2 days, honestly. Like, I'm not afraid of cockroaches, but I think they're fucking disgusting, and I don't want them anywhere near me. But it was in my fucking room. So that's fun. I've been a little on edge about that. Toxic Roshan. I hate cockroaches so much, they gross me out. They make me gag, just... there it is. They make me gag just thinking about them. And I don't much appreciate that it was in my fucking safe haven. So yeah, I've been a little fucked up lately. But I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Just a little bit on edge. Oh, that was way too close. I was trying to keep my momentum up without running into it. Oh, it didn't matter anyway. Oh yeah, also, I'm not sure if anyone's noticed this yet. I don't have the blue shell counter on this time, because this one doesn't really seem to have that many blue shells, surprisingly. I know they're in the game, but they're nowhere near as common as they are in, like, Mario Kart Wii, for example. I just thought I would bring that up in case you're curious. I did decide to do that. That wasn't just me forgetting. Part of it is just because it's run off of the same everything as my Simpsons Hit and Run insurance claims counter. So I didn't want to mess with that again. And also, it wouldn't have really mattered much anyway, because as you can see, we wouldn't be getting much use out of it. Let's read that message. Drifting, and it didn't matter anyway. What? Okay, and everyone's gone. Ah. I wonder if the CPUs just don't get/use items that much. I mean, it looks like they use items quite a bit. Oh, come on. Alright, I should be fine. I don't have to stop here. Would you quit fucking bumping me? And I like the ones in the back. That's fair. Oh, come on! That was so close! At least they all had to lose their momentum by stopping anyway, but that was so close. That would have been amazing if I got that. I got greedy. That's all we can say about that. I got greedy. My question is, I feel like... Well, I guess that wouldn't be a question. I feel like the items are a lot less balanced in this one. Like, I feel like in first place, I shouldn't have 3 shells. And, like, on the first... I'm saying like a lot. Sorry. On the first race, I got a star the moment I dropped down to, like, 2nd place. I guess maybe there's just less room for them to mess around with it. Because, like, there's not... Later games have, like, 6... No, wait. There's so many different Mario Kart games and so many different small changes. I know later Mario Kart games have more racers at the same time. Oh, because they're meant to be bad? That's fair. Maybe the ones in the back just... Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I didn't read all of those messages at once, because I just didn't see them all at once. But the whole message was like, I wonder if the CPUs just don't get/use items that much. I meant the ones in the back, because they're meant to be bad. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like the items are a lot less balanced, but maybe it's just because there's not as much room to mess around with that. Because, like, later games have, I think, 12? I know Mario Kart World has even more than that, and they sacrificed a lot of the course design to accommodate that. But we're not talking about Mario Kart World today. That's a whole other issue for a whole nother day. But since there's, like, not as many places, they were just kind of less lenient, or more lenient, I guess, about what items can go to what places. I just think it's weird that I got a star when I was in 2nd place for, like, half a second. You know? That's all besides the point. I'm just rambling again, I suppose. Either way, how's everyone's day going? What's going on with you guys? I haven't really been doing much today. Honestly, I wanted to get more done today, but lately I've been having, like, weird issues with my... I mean, not like... My legs have felt off, you know? Like, they've always had, like, a slight tingle or a pain to them, like they're kind of, like, losing blood flow or something. They aren't. They, for the most part, feel and work fine, but I keep getting, like, small tingles in them. Especially at night when I'm trying to sleep, which that's also not helping with me sleeping lately, let me tell you. But, like, I don't know, I guess I just kind of got worried that there was something up with them, So I've been kind of like working out all day today, and I don't know if that's the correct solution. But like, I was on the treadmill, I did some fucking squats with Wii Fit Plus, I did lunges with Wii Fit Plus. Fuck. I did some bicep curls with a little thing that I have in my room, and I did like some push-ups, just not on Wii Fit Plus. You know, it's just kind of all over the place. You should bag and see how often you get blue shells. Maybe. I don't really... Bagging makes me nervous, because I do still try to play to win. But, like, I get the strategy. Get better items, and then use that to shoot up ahead real quick. But it makes me nervous, because I always feel like I'm going to just take slightly too long to get back in there. I'm not actually going to be able to recover. We can try it next race. Okay. Yeah, like, well, I guess I am in third. I kind of forgot that I wasn't actually in first. Okay. Another thing I've noticed, the NPCs just kind of, like, fucking ram into you a lot. Which, as someone who usually has an item on him, really just makes them fucking destroy themselves more often than it hurts me. Oh, that was on me. It's mostly my own driving that's getting to me in this game. Okay, well... Ah! Come on! I blame you for that. Maybe I don't even need to bag. Maybe I'll just drive terribly on my own, and then we'll get all the way back up to 4th anyway. Fucking... Aw, you fucker. I should have expected that, but I'm still upset about it. I'm not gonna get 3rd, even, I don't think. I don't think I even can get 3rd. We're like right at the end of the... I thought that was gonna hit me for sure. Yeah, they're already long gone. Did the others... I feel like I haven't seen the other two for like the whole race. Where the hell did they go? Alright, well, I'm not sure if we can actually bag at this point because we're pretty far back now. I might just be doing this casually, but I am still trying to win. Maybe next time I'll try to, like, see how many blue shells we can get if we do really badly. But probably not on this Grand Prix, because I really fucked up that first race. I tried to drift to the left, thank you. Okay, that's a little bit better, but we still have... I'm not sure I'm gonna... Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that that one was fake, but I couldn't really stop myself. I'm not gonna say that the controls in this one are perfect, but I am gonna say at least I can control this one. It's better than Mario Kart or Super Mario Kart because of that alone. Well, maybe not alone. There's some things that I prefer about this one over that one. Regardless, I can control this one, and that's a big difference. I'm gonna get grabbed if I keep flying off the track like this, though. I just need practice, you know? It's been at least a few years since the last time I played this game. And playing this on an actual N64 controller instead of like a Wii U gamepad is a bit different, too. Jesus. I didn't mean to fucking destroy the guy. I was just trying to get back on track. Alright, but yeah. How's everyone else's day going? Mine's been fine for the most part. I've already kind of gone over it, though, so I'm not gonna do it again. Honestly, I feel like whenever I say, how's everyone's day going, and then immediately start going on about how my day's going, I feel like it kind of looks like I was just saying that so I could talk about my day. But I'm really not. I'm just... The reason why I start talking about my day after I say that is just, like, to give people time to respond themselves. And also, you know, I was probably going to talk about my day at some point anyway, so, like, it's relevant to that conversation. You know? Yeah. Besides that, I haven't really had time to do much of anything. I was hoping I could, like, start editing the next Sonic Adventure parts, but I don't know, I still haven't even... I haven't even, like, put that next project into the editing program, just because I like to give myself a little bit of a break once I finish each chunk, so to speak. Oh, I'm bouncing everywhere! Jesus, it's been a while. All I can say is it's been a while. Because, good God. Okay, thank you, Wario. I definitely wasn't trying to save that for anything. I wish I could tap with my left finger quicker. And also that I could drive better. Is it obvious that I haven't practiced the second cup, like, at all? Because it's gonna get just as bad when we move on to the, fourth one. Okay... I need to stop... I keep, like, trying to adjust myself too hard and oversteering. I think that's my problem. Is mashing the golden mushroom even optimal in this game? I have no idea, but I don't think it goes away any quicker or slower depending on if you are mashing it or not, so maybe? Please. I know this game has blue shells, for the record. I know that for a fact. I just don't know why we haven't seen, like, any of them. But the more we don't see them... Come on, man. The more glad I am that I didn't go through the effort to set up the counter for it. Maybe it's just... Maybe they didn't have blue shells as common in this one, just because... Well, I guess this was the one that introduced blue shells, so they're probably trying to, like, keep it kind of tame. Introduce people to the concept a little more slowly, instead of just... destroying everyone's lives. Ah, you asshole. Fucking dumbass monkey. I'm not gonna win this cup, I don't think. I'm doing bad. But yeah, I should probably, like, edit at some point. I've been kind of, like, slacking because I've been focusing on something else that isn't even, like, important at all. It's not, like, one of the things I need to do. I've just been kind of... I mentioned it earlier. It was the animating stuff that I've been working on. Animating and game dev just for fun, instead of actually working on the things that I need to be doing. I still think it's a good idea for me to do that, because I do plan on animating my scripted video for some of it. Part of it? I don't know how much it is. I know that there's going to be animation involved, at least for, like, the entire intro and probably a lot of the outro. So, like, there's a lot I gotta do. And this is practice, but at the same time, I am still kind of just not doing what I need to be doing. Honestly, it's been kind of hard for me to focus lately, just because it's so fucking hot around here. like, it's just hard to not worry about that so much. I mean, sure, when I actually, like, get down and get started on the project, it's not that bad, but, like, god damn, it's so hot that I'm always, like, opening my windows and doors and everything. And then, like, I feel self-conscious because I have my doors open, because other people in the house can see what I'm doing, and that makes me, like, nervous, thinking that someone's watching me over my shoulder or something. So it's like, I don't know, I haven't been able to get much done lately, I guess. Honestly, it's not really that bad here. We don't have to deal with humidity, and it cools off at night. Does it cool off at night? It sure as hell doesn't feel like it. Maybe it's just because, again, I like to keep my door closed when I'm sleeping, but I need to have my door open to get cold air in here, so it just heats up really, really quickly anyway, so it just kind of feels really hot anyway. So, I don't know. I guess fuck me. It gets down to like the mid-70s, and yet I've still been sweating at night. Ugh. I'll be honest with you, I have no fucking clue how I managed to get first out of all of that. But, I mean, I'll take it, I guess. God, we're getting through this really good, actually. That's like half the game done. This is the longest animation ever, oh my god. I mean, I can appreciate them wanting to make something big and flashy for a finale. Also, I think you can skip it anyway. So, you know, I'm just watching it for the hell of it. But, like, nothing happens. They could only do so much with the N64. Especially when they didn't have, like, actual models to move the characters with. All this is done with renders and shit. That's just kind of what they had to deal with at the time. Oh, Jesus! I really need to, like, not oversteer so much. Okay, fine, take that. I don't even care. I didn't even want it anyway. I'm trying to go left. If you're not gonna drift me left, then let me drift. Like, you can't punish me because I'm, like, fucking flailing when I'm trying to just go left and you're just not letting me go left, man. I'm glad they removed the fucking allowing you to spin yourself out by quote-unquote flailing when it's just the controls being a little janky. That was kind of dumb. I can't tell if there's, like, you are supposed to be able to, like, throw bananas forward, right? I don't think you can do shells backwards, but I'm pretty sure you can do bananas forwards, right? I don't remember. I don't know. Like, I want to say that it feels like you should, but at the same time, it's like, this is the second Mario Kart game. I don't remember either, but okay, yeah, someone else just did it. Donkey Kong just did it, so I guess I just screwed up. Well, maybe if I don't jump over the items, I could actually get something to defend myself. Okay, there we go. Shit. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if this is gonna last. I don't think this is even gonna make it, like, a full stream. I worry if we're even gonna make it half a stream, because we're already 2 cups down, And, like, the whole thing that I'm doing through this whole, didn't see that! Okay. The thing that we usually do on these Mario Kart streams is just me going through every single course. You can throw shells backwards. What the hell? I could okay. Whatever, I'll take what I can get. But yeah, normally I just go through each course once in, like, one big thing, but with the lack of a versus mode, in single player at least, and, you know, literally half as many courses as usual, I think at best we're gonna get, like, half a stream. We have so many shells. I mean, like, I'll try, but, like, I don't know what I would do for, like, the other half of the stream. Just do it again on a harder difficulty? I feel like that wouldn't be as interesting. Either way, I'm still enjoying this. I don't know how that shell got stuck there, but I hope it's not going to stick. Well, I guess it's the last lap, so who cares? Okay. Oh, this is probably how it got stuck there, huh? Something like that. I keep, like, I'm trying to focus. We can do cool math games. I don't know about that. Can we even... Is it even possible to do most cool Flash games anymore? Don't they use Flash? Or cool math games. Not cool Flash games. But yeah, is it even possible? Don't most of them use Flash? Flash has been shut down for a while. Rest in peace, Flash. But regardless... Ugh. I remember playing so fucking many of those back in the day. I don't think it was, like, cool math games specifically, but, like, that general, just Flash games in general, you know? There was, like, all of the Papa's games. I mean, you know, the restaurant simulators. Because, believe it or not, side note, did you know those games didn't actually start off as, like, restaurant simulators? The first one was, like, a platformer. And then they just kind of made Papa's Pizzeria. And it just became the go-to one in the series. And then from there on out, the entire rest of the series was just restaurant simulators. Except there was, like... There was, like, 2 more that were also platformers. Weird. Yeah, it is weird. There's all sorts of weird things like that. In fact, keeping with Flash games, Bloons Tower Defense, very popular Flash game series, didn't start off as a tower defense series. I think the first game was just called Bloons or something, and it was just, like a puzzle game where you had to throw darts at a wall of balloons to pop them. And that's it. That one I knew about. Alright, well... Jesus. I'm just... Alright. Well, either way. Point is, it's still kind of weird. It's still kind of fun, though. Shh, I jumped. I pressed the fucking bounce button. I'm really bad at this game. But yeah. I remember playing both of those games, specifically the more popular Restaurant Simulator and Tower Defense versions. I don't think I ever touched the original ones. I might have to start this one over. Oh wait, isn't this like one of the older ones where, like, if you get 8th or something, you don't actually move on, you just have to try again? Maybe I should just take the dive, honestly. Well, it's too late now. There was, like, There was one called Fancy Pants Adventures, which was just a really nice, smooth platformer that I remember playing a lot. There was also, like, I think there was 3 of those Fancy Pants Adventure games. I think I only really played the second one, now that I think about it. There's Henry Stickmin, obviously. That's a classic. You can never forget that one. And nowadays it's like a time capsule of when each of those different games was made, which is just honestly pretty great. I'll say it, that series probably deserves way more recognition than Among Us. And I know that sounds out of nowhere, but they were made by the same people, so... I feel like Henry Stickmin, just that series, will always be more... I mean, it's very dated because you can see exactly when everything came out based off, like, the memes and everything. But at the same time, I feel like, as a result, it'll kind of end up being... It's just kind of more like a time capsule of the period, and just will always kind of be more timeless. As opposed to Among Us, that kind of had its time in the limelight for a little while, but then once people realized a lot of it just kind of wound up being the same thing, it just didn't really stick around. Henry Stickmin isn't very replayable, admittedly, but I still feel like there's a lot more interesting things to it, and it's probably going to be... I don't know, maybe I'm just biased. I definitely am just biased, but also... It's definitely better, but it's not multiplayer, which hurts it in comparison to Among Us. Sorry, I was trying to read that while also driving. Yeah, that's fair. Not having multiplayer is always kind of like a thing that could make things die off quicker, but at the same time, it's like... I don't know. Henry Stickmin deserved better, that's what I'll say. And honestly, Among Us doesn't deserve what it has. I mean, it's not a bad game, don't get me wrong. But, like, that sort of thing has been done so many times before, and I really just don't think... Like, what really makes Among Us all that special when compared to, like, Gmod Trouble in Terrorist Town or something? Whereas the Henry Stickmin games are always the same. I mean, that's fair. Though, admittedly, Among Us can also very much so feel like it's always the same. It isn't technically, but a lot of the time it does kind of feel like it. I didn't mean to turn. I was trying to shoot backwards, but my finger slipped a little bit. That sucks. That sucks bad. That's a problem. I think that's gonna... Okay, no, that's gonna kill me. No one should have allowed me to drive. This man should not have a driver's license. What other great Flash games that I played a lot back in the day? Oh yeah, this is one of the older ones. Or, well, no shit. This is one of the ones where, like, if you don't get in the top 4, you just have to try again. That's fine. I'll take it. You know, I know I've played, like, a shitload of random old Flash games back in the day. Not on stream, but, like, just in general. For some reason, though, it's just not coming to mind. Those are definitely, like, the ones that stuck out to me the most, though. Bloons Tower Defense, Papa's Insert Restaurant Here, and... fuck's sake, Henry Stickmin and Fancy Pants Adventures. What? No, I hit that fucking guy. I swear to God I hit that guy. Okay. Have you seen any of the Among Us show? I have heard very mixed things about it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm gonna be taking time to watch a TV show, it's not gonna be Among Us. I'm just gonna say that right here. I frankly just do not care. Ah! I already have too much of a backlog to get through, and I'm not putting Among Us on there. It's actually good. I've heard mixed things about it. I've heard like one person say that it's one of the least funny things they've ever seen, despite the fact that it's trying to be funny. And I've heard like 2 people say that it is funny, so I don't know. I just don't think I'm interested though, is the thing. It's surprisingly gory. I couldn't see that because I wasn't looking at my phone, I was looking at the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, from a distance, looking at my computer monitor while trying to drive, I read that as, and surprisingly gay. And I was very thrown off for a second. Gory makes a bit more sense. Fuck's sake, that was the worst place Banana should have won out of. That too. Well, you know, good for them, I suppose. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be good for them when they fucking die, but, you know, good for them otherwise. Okay, sure, we could just punt the trees in this one. I just thought the piranha plants in this game look fucking weird. Probably because they look fucking weird. I am not joking. Weird. Well, if I was to watch it, that would be like the second show in a row that I have seen that is more gay than I was expecting. And yes, I am talking about Gravity Falls. I don't give a shit if they're police officers. Good for them. Good for those gay asses. Good for those gay ass police officers in Gravity Falls. Also, before anyone thinks I'm making shit up, apparently the creator of the show has gone on record saying yes, they are in a relationship. So yes, the police officers in Gravity Falls are gay for each other. Fun fact. Yeah, they're mega gay. Oh, 1000%. It's not subtle at all, and I am so proud for them. Good for them. I shouldn't have tried to take a sip of my hot chocolate. I want to take a drink, but I can't because I have to race. Well, at least I'm not the only one who did that. Oh my god. Hot chocolate in summer? Did I not discuss that I drink hot chocolate any time of the year? Besides, more often than not, in fact pretty much every single day of my life, it's a bush, man, really? My only options are water or hot chocolate. So sometimes I want to get something a little sweet. That explains why you're hot. It absolutely does not. In fact, I haven't even managed to take a sip today, as previously stated. Hey look, a blue shell! Look, it's real! It's real, I swear! It's not just a myth! Damn it. Please. Water all the way. Water gets boring. You need to have something to switch it up every so often. You can't drink water every single... Well, I mean, you do have to drink water every single day. But you can't drink it constantly. You need something to switch it up, because it gets boring. Anyway, I'm getting my ass handed to me because of this conversation. Oh, come on. I fucking tapped the corner of that. Just barely. It's weird that you can actually, like, hold the blue shell behind you in this one. What? Alright, that was hitboxes. That was an insane hitbox right there. I did not touch that, objectively. Stay on the bridge, please. Switching up is nice, but I never get tired of water. It just gets so repetitive after a while. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but... I might have to try this one again, because I got my ass handed to me this whole Grand Prix. I'm taking a drink. I don't give a shit what anyone says about me and my hot chocolate. I'm taking a drink. No, we're not watching this. Skip! Hello? Can you not skip? You cannot skip. Are you serious? I'm skipping. I'm pressing every button on the controller. Look, you can hear. At least I think you could hear. Maybe I didn't want to watch this stupid fucking egg getting the trophy that I deserved, huh? Maybe I wanted to skip. Whatever, game. Finally, Jesus. Why are we on 150? Were we on 150 this whole time? My brother in Christ, you got second. My brother in Christ, half the time I was getting hit by things that I did not touch. As previously mentioned, that last thwomp, which ruined everything, I didn't even touch it, and that was pretty obviously a bad hitbox. Was I always on? I'm pretty sure I was on 100.
Select your player. Select map.
You weren't winning that race anyways. I could have fucking saved it, man. And either way, even if I didn't get fourth, I would have had more points. I was pretty clearly in the lead, man. Damn it. Gonna try that stupid little trick, it didn't even work. Now I'm all the way back. Can I do this one then? This is a terrible idea. It didn't even work because it didn't fucking register the button presses. Thank you, game. I can't tell if the controls just feel off or if it's like the controller itself is something. Because I know I'm not doing too great regardless, but I definitely feel like I'm having some issues too. Like, is there like a weird delay between me pressing the buttons or something? Something feels odd. I think there is a delay. Very slight. That certainly explain why I'm having so much trouble drifting sometimes. Oh, come on, really? They put it right next to the actual boxes? Oh, come on, really? Alright. What? Clock. Stop swerving like that, man. I make like the tiniest adjustment, and then he goes off of an edge and just fucking pulls a 180. Alright, whatever. Okay, come on, man. Right after I complain about it. I wish I had more to talk about today, because nothing much has really been happening lately. Come on. But honestly, besides what I've been going over, nothing much has been happening lately. Which, I mean, I guess that's fine. Sometimes no news is good news, but at the same time, it doesn't make great content. I'm still freaked out about that cockroach, admittedly. But besides that, everything seems fine. Just drive forward, please. There's still, now that since we brought it up slightly, or since I brought it up slightly, I should really focus more on, like, trying to get through my backlog of things. Because there's so many, but at the same time I get overwhelmed because I forget, like, what is on it and all. I don't know, I guess I just need to find something and turn it on. But I just usually prefer watching YouTube anyway. Which sucks, because YouTube kinda sucks. I'm not saying, like, the things on YouTube are bad, though there are some things on YouTube that are fucking garbage. Like any video that is just made with AI bullshit. But YouTube as a service is what I'm saying kinda sucks, right? I'm so sick and tired of YouTube always, one, trying so hard to do so many things to shove as many fucking ads as possible in our faces so that we can't even watch, like, a single goddamn YouTube video without being bombarded by them everywhere. Give me a second. But also, too, it's like every time they try to make a change, it's like they're going out of their way to make that change as horrible as possible. Like they're intentionally trying to make their site worse and worse. Like, I just don't understand who wants a lot of these changes. Even if it's just something simple, like a fucking UI change, it's always terrible. It's never a good change. It's always something that makes the site fucking incredibly difficult to use now. Incredibly ugly. Okay, thank you for that. And just, like, fucking annoying to do anything. And again, a lot of those features are put in place just so that they can shove as many ads as possible in your face anyway. You don't even have to be watching a video to get ads, because they shove them... I think one of the scummier things they've tried is, like, having the ads actually, like, blend in as videos to try to trick people into thinking it's real videos. I'm not saying that most people are dumb enough to fall for it, and I'm not saying that I've ever fallen for it, but the moment I saw it, I immediately knew what their intention was, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? And then, like, again, it's just such an ugly, cluttered mess at this point, and that's even with me using uBlock Origin, which is an ad blocker. which also lets you block like any part of a website that you don't like in addition to ads. Even using that to get rid of a lot of the shit and changing all my options and everything, it's still just a fucking mess, dude. I don't mind the ads, you can skip almost all of them. Watching TV is way worse. I mean, I honestly disagree, because at least the ads on TV are like in specific spots. YouTube ads were changed so that way they just happen whenever YouTube feels like it. And it's always like in the middle of the worst possible moment where they could have the ad. Intentionally so. And I mean, sure, I just said that I use uBlock Origin and ad blocker on my PC, but I tend to watch YouTube on my TV a lot, so I still have to put up with ads. And it's like, it's just ridiculous how many ads there are when you're not watching on something that can block the ads. Like, say what you will about how YouTube may or may not be running at a loss, or how YouTube still needs to get money to pay its creators. But, like, more people are installing ad blockers because of the amount of ads that are being shoved in their face. I used to not ever want to have an ad blocker because I wanted to support creators and everything, but, like, it just got so ridiculously bad after a while that I just could not. I could not put up with it. The sole reason why I installed an ad blocker is because of how bad YouTube got with the ads. And it would have been fine if they just didn't keep fucking pumping a billion different ads into things. And that's assuming you can even fucking use the site in the first place. Like, let's be real. That's why YouTube likes shorts so much. That's why YouTube always tries to fucking force you into a playlist even when you have autoplay off. Which, yes, it does do that. I can't tell you how many times I would make sure... Like, I would be listening to music on my phone. I would make sure that autoplay is off, and that I am not selecting any of the fucking stupid-ass mixes that they're making. It still just fucking shoves me into one when I click the next video. Like, I didn't want this. I didn't click on this. I specifically didn't want anything to do with this. You could just get YouTube Premium. That is exactly why YouTube started pumping ads into the videos, is the thing. They, like, the moment that they started making people make words. I know this for a fact because I saw it happen in real time. The moment it was possible to start paying YouTube to get rid of ads, the ads started getting so much worse. Like, to an insane degree. They specifically made it so that way you would see more ads just to try to push you into paying them so you could get rid of ads. So at this point, that's like the main reason why I got an ad blocker, because of the fact that they shoved in so many ads, and because the sole reason they did it was to try to push me into paying them to get rid of ads, which are also a way that they get paid. So it's like, you really think that I'm just gonna have to fucking kneel over and fucking take it in the ass like you're trying to do? No. Fuck you. I'm getting around your system whether you like it or not. I would have been fine if they didn't pull this shit, but because they did, I want nothing to do with YouTube Premium. Whatever, second place, I'll take it. I'll be real, I haven't really had a problem with anything you've been complaining about. Sure. You haven't had any problems with ads, you haven't had any problems with the fact that the UI is total dog shit now. You definitely haven't been. The fact that the site is completely unnavigatable now, the fact that they try to shove shorts and force you into a bunch of things that you never put up, that you never wanted. Frankly, I just don't think that you either watch YouTube at all, or that you're bullshitting me. Because it happens way too much, and I see way too many people complaining about it, for me to believe that it's just not real. Either way, just the entire experience of YouTube is just terrible these days. I only use it on phone. Okay, here's a question. What internet browser do you have on your phone? Because I remember not having a lot, not all of, but a lot of these issues when I was using Google Chrome on my phone. But recently I decided to switch off of Chrome as a whole on my computer and my phone. But now on my phone, I'm getting a lot of these same issues. I use the YouTube app. I'm skeptical of the YouTube app. I use the fucking internet browser because I'm sure there's gonna be something that they'll be up to with that. They've lost my trust as the I mean, not that most companies have my trust, but they've lost pretty much all my trust as a company, so I don't want to have, like, any of their apps installed. And I don't really see the point as to why you can't just use an internet... Not like a personal attack on you. I'm just saying, I probably wouldn't, because I already have an internet browser on my phone that can do YouTube just fine, so I don't really give a shit about downloading their app anyway. Just a small tangent. I fucking hate how everything has to make you download their app these days for every little thing. Like, I shouldn't have to download an app to use a light bulb. But there are some fucking light bulbs out there that have apps that you need to use them, and it's like, my brother in Christ, just let me turn on the light. That's probably the difference. I don't have those problems in the app. I don't know. Right? The only real problem that I'm having with the app, or not using the app, when I'm using it on my phone, is the insane amount of ads and the mix situation. Everything else is just using the fucking PC or the TV. Right? It's real fucking annoying how everything in general just has to have another app for everything. Like, do I really need to get an app to get food at Wendy's? No, I don't. I'm just gonna go to Wendy's. And like, yeah, I get it. I do use the things for the rewards and everything, but I don't have the app. I just use the website because I don't need to download shit and waste space on my phone to get a fucking free chicken sandwich. You know? Like, it's not something I want to waste space on. Especially when there's a better alternative. I don't know. Because, like, I imagine a lot of the time with these apps versus the webpage, it's probably the exact same. Let's be real. It's probably the exact same thing. I don't even know why it matters if we download the app. I can't even make an excuse as to why they always try to push us into downloading their apps. But they always fucking try to push us into downloading their apps. I can't even go, like, full-on conspiracy theory with this one, because I can't think of anything. It doesn't even make sense. You know? Anything that the app can do, the web page can probably do. Even if it's something like actual conspiracy theory territory, like tracking your every move. I mean, I guess they would only be able to do that while you're on the website, but like, you could also just turn it off for the app, so it doesn't matter either way. So, like, what? Why? Why are you like this? Stop wasting my time and let me get my goddamn burger. Sorry. But, like, I just don't understand why everything has to be a fucking smart something or whatever. Why it always has to have an app or something. I'm just a little bit salty about this whole thing. If I could have just lined that up a little bit better. I feel like this cave is a lot bigger in this game than it is in any other game with this same course. Like, even in Mario Kart Wii, it feels so small. And it feels so roomy in there. Maybe it's just the camera, honestly. That's probably it. A lot of the time, camera can just really affect how something looks. Just the distance away from the camera. Like, if I was to do this, suddenly, well, it doesn't actually look all that different. That doesn't really help. What? That's not the point here. Honestly, I feel like there needs to be more competitors for, like, YouTube and Twitch and stuff. Because I feel like there's kind of a complete lack of that for the most part. Which is why YouTube can just make their UI and everything as shit as possible and be as overbearing with ads as they want. And just kind of get away with it. Uh-oh. That's fine. I thought I was gonna drop in the water. That's fine, at least. But, like, there's nothing... But, like, at the same time, a lot of the time, it's like... If you want to make, like, I can't words correctly. If you want to make, like, a competent competitor to something like that, a lot of the issue would be, like, getting those sorts of YouTubers and Twitch streamers and things onto your website. But I speak from experience as one of those. The prospect of, like, completely switching from one to the other, that's kind of nerve-wracking. And that kind of seems like a lot of just throwing everything out, you know? Either that, or you would have to move every single thing over. And, like, don't even get me started on how much shit I would have to move from YouTube to whatever new website it is. In fact, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna pull up my YouTube channel right now and see that I would have to move 518 videos? Oh my god. I made 518 things. This is like my 519th one, right? Oh no. I hate this place. This way? Then this way. Oh, good lord. They really decided to just completely remove the map or the player icon, so you have no idea who's in what position or anything here, too, huh? Oh, they were fucking cruel when they made this one. I feel like I can't straighten out here. And this fucking guy is not helping me out at all. Fuck's sake. Yeah, it's just hard to establish. I kind of like it. It's very unique. It's a unique idea, and I can get what they were going for. But, like... But, like, best case scenario, it's incredibly annoying and confusing. And worst case scenario, everyone just already knows what the correct path is so everyone just goes down the correct path anyway. Oh, I can't even tell what position I'm in. It's not first, I can see that much. I want to save the smoke. I fucking hate this stupid egg. Oh, come on! Maybe if there wasn't a tree in the way, I could have seen where I was going. And don't even get me started. Don't even say something like, well, maybe you should have stayed on the track. I'm all the way in 7th right now, as far as I can tell. So I needed to cut ahead. Fuck. This track sucks, by the way. This track sucks, by the way. I thought maybe if I got through them quick, I could grab the item box and get something else, too. Oh, good. He took both of them with him. God damn it. It's fun to watch. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Unironically, because that is what I'm supposed to be doing as my job here, but I am still salty. What? No! I saw that! It put me in 4th for like a split second, and then immediately flipped it to Mario. It was like one frame where it showed me in 4th, and then it switched it to Mario. I saw that! Because he passed you. You can't pass you at the end of the track. I already finished. I already finished the course. Come on, really? I was super fucking careful with that too. I like slowed down and everything. I mean, I guess I could try to take the turn, but, like, you have so much speed at that point. He passed you before you crossed the line. It was like one frame. And if anything, there's no way that actually would have happened on that exact frame. That's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Okay, well that went marginally better, I suppose. Get out of here. Okay. Throw these backwards. Nope. Or throw them forward and hit yourself. That's definitely what I did. That's definitely 100% what I did. Now I don't know if I'll be able to get whoever it is in front. God. Spinning out really isn't all that dangerous in this one, I've noticed. Because you still kind of keep a lot of your momentum if you, like, jump out of it. That's not gonna work. Fuck. Toad. Of course it's fucking Toad. How the fuck you drove faster than your shells? I don't know, man. I don't know. We're still not doing too bad. I will say, I'm not sure if it's just because of the controller or my lack of skill or something. My hand is cramping. I think because I'm, like, gripping the controller too hard. I think because I'm so nervous about the drift issues I've been having. That kind of drift, not Joy-Con drift. To be clear. Well, not Joy-Con, but joystick drift. Oh my god. Ah! Why is the camera so far ahead? Or far back? That's fine. There's no way I'm gonna be able to save this, man. I've screwed this one up bad. How many retries do I get, by the way? Do I need to worry about how bad I'm doing? I'm pressing the jump button, I swear to God. Pretty crazy that you keep your items even when you fall off. True. I'm not gonna say I'm against it, though. I mean, it's probably a little cheap and overpowered at times, but at the same time... Oh my... Ah! Fuck! I'm falling off so much that I should probably at least... I would guess 3, but I don't remember. That would make sense. Looks like we're going to be using our second one here, and probably our third, all things considered. Damn it. The road here is freaking me out, because it always sounds like I'm in a spin-out. Every time I, like, drift. I drifted too soon because I'm used to later games. I don't think I'm gonna get this one either, guys. I feel like I've been having a lot of trouble with things blocking important information that I need to see. I mean, sure, it probably doesn't help that I'm playing as one of the biggest characters in the game, admittedly. And also that it's really dark here. No, please! Please! Maybe if I got one of those items, I could have done something. Whatever. That one is not gonna help. Yeah, I'm cutting it close here. Toad's catching up quite a bit. Alright, well this is gonna be the next 30 minutes. I say, as if I don't actually like Mario Kart Wii, or Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road. I mean, it's long, admittedly, but I do still like it. I do still have a very special place in my heart for this one. Get out of here. Oh god. Everyone kept bumping me, I couldn't figure it out. I'm still getting bumped. Oh my god. This is probably the least chill karting stream that I have done so far, honestly. This one's very stressful. I'm not sure if this was like a good candidate for this, I will say. Although I know Double Dash wouldn't be much better. Not that it's a bad game or that either of these are bad games. It's just they're both very stressful. Oh, that's what's happening. I didn't realize that when you get hit, or when your banana trail gets hit, when you have... I guess just in general, when your banana trail gets hit when you have more than one. there's probably not like a specific amount. They just kind of fly everywhere in this one. In more modern ones, when that happens, only like the ones that were touched get dragged off. So I kind of keep expecting that to happen, but that right there, Yoshi just touched like the very last one, and they still just kind of all flew everywhere. So that explains that. I don't know this one's mechanics as well as the other ones, I suppose. I guess just because more modern Mario Kart games tend to, like... What's the word? Normalize the mechanics, I guess? You know, like, they're consistent. More consistent. Older ones don't really do that so much. Shit! Probably because they're still experimenting around with all sorts of ideas. Which is fine, nothing wrong with experimenting. Finding something new, going in a different direction with it. Shit. Double Dash was always a fun one because of its experimentation with the different characters. I'm not sure about the... I kind of like the special items thing, because it allows for more depth with each of the different characters. But at the same time, I feel like, depending on the character, your special can either show up way too much, or just, like, never. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair, because, for example, the Baby Mario Brothers literally had a chain jump, which was that game's equivalent of the Bullet Bill in later games. So that's kind of overpowered. Nowadays, characters are mostly cosmetic. That's also a big problem, yeah. With slightly different stats, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I do think it's important to have, like, have it be balanced in such so that you don't get completely fucked over just because you picked your favorite character in a game where you're supposed to pick your favorite character. Looking at you, Super Mario Kart. Looking right at you. Like, a lot of those... The heavier characters in that game make it fucking unplayable! I'm so dead. That was such bullshit! That was terrible! I was in first, like, the whole race! The banana fucking knocked me off the track for so long! Okay, well, I'll try to recover this. I wouldn't get your hopes up, but with Toad all the way back there, I'm not gonna get too worried, I guess. But also, Jesus Christ! No! Okay, that was on me. I didn't react in time. But Donkey Kong, you know what? He deserved it. That's what he gets for fucking throwing that banana. That was his... Yes, that was his banana. I fucking heard him throw it. That right there is what you call karma, ladies and gentlemen. He's dead. Revenge. It wasn't even revenge, he just kind of ran into it. But yeah, as I was saying before I was horribly distracted, I think it's important to have the characters be different, but I also think it's important to not, like, make it so that playing as one character just completely screws you over. Like, for example, Super Mario Kart, as I said. Playing as Bowser or Donkey Kong, or I guess... I mean, it's still Donkey Kong, quote-unquote, it's just this Donkey Kong at a younger age, I guess. Regardless, picking either of them, good fucking luck, bro. The game is borderline in fact, I might even go as far as to say that it just is unplayable. At most, I would say... borderline unplayable. Regardless. it's important to find a balance between making the characters different and making the characters feel fair to play as. Like, I've seen a lot of people say that, like, you can only really play Super Mario Kart as, like, Yoshi or Koopa because they don't go a million miles an hour and can actually drive. But, like, you shouldn't... It's pretty much an impossible task. Yeah, you shouldn't have to play... It's definitely difficult to do that, but at the same time, there are definitely some ends of the spectrum you don't want to be on. I would argue that, like, Mario Kart World is the end of the spectrum that's, like, the least interesting, because all the characters aren't all that different overall. I'm sure there are optimal characters and whatnot, but, like, overall, it doesn't really feel all that different. They're probably... In fact, they might even all just be identical, now that I think about it. I don't know if there even are, like, kart classes or character weights, and it's all just decided by the carts, maybe. But at the same time, you also don't want to be on the end of Super Mario Kart. I shouldn't have to explain why. Why is the silver trophy, like, better looking? Is that just me? I feel like the silver trophy is, like, bigger and more interesting than the gold one. There must be, surely. I would hope so, but, like, I don't know. Maybe they're just really trying to dumb down Mario Kart. I mean, just look at, like, the 3 most recent Mario Kart games. God forbid driving your car underwater counts as a hazard these days, you know? I mean, like, at the very least, if they're so determined to stick with the whole driving under or on water thing, restrict it. Don't have it be everywhere. Just have it be, like, in areas where that's supposed to happen. Right? Because they've made a lot of sacrifices just to prevent people from driving over water in Mario Kart World, and I'm gonna say it, I'm still not over what they did to DS Desert Hills. I'm upset. I'm still upset, okay? They fucking ruined it, and I am devastated. Alright, I'm sorry, we're not talking about Mario Kart World. That's a whole different situation. Sorry. But yeah, I think, like, maybe, like, Mario Kart Wii and Double Dash did a good job of striking a balance between having the characters be different while also not making them feel too impossible to control. They mostly did this just by, like... I mean, both games had, like, the same thing where, like, heavy characters could only use heavy carts. In Mario Kart Wii, medium characters could only use medium carts, light characters could only use light carts. In Double Dash, there's a bit more freedom, just because they have to account for mixing and matching characters. But, you know, the main reason why Double Dash did their thing with... Words. I can't speak for shit. Sorry. The main reason why Double Dash manages to strike a good balance between it is just because they have the characters with their own different, unique abilities. I feel like if they did a little bit more with that, like, rather than having certain abilities replace existing items, they should have just had, like, every character having... I mean, they did have some. There are a lot of characters that had unique items or abilities. In fact, I think that one introduced the Bob-omb as an item. Even if that one would later become a series tradition, that one was originally first a specific character item for the Wario Brothers. But then there was also, like, Toad and Toadette, who just had a triple mushroom. Koopa and Paratroopa, who just had green and red shells, respectively. Which, side note, it's also kind of really weird that those two are, like, the only two to have different abilities despite being in the same category. I'm not really doing anything right now, because I kind of already beaten everything in the game. But I kind of want to keep talking, you know? Let's suffer.
Select your player.
No, we're not doing that again. But yeah, I feel like if they were to try that general idea again, it could probably work, you know? I mean, it'll probably never happen, because Mario Kart games aren't, like, sequels a lot of the time. Well, I mean, like, they're all sequels, except for the first one, but, like, more often than not, it's never, like, retreading over the same ground that they've already done before, you know? I don't, like, they never really do the same, well, I guess now that I think about it, how many Mario Kart games even really have, like, a main gimmick that actually genuinely affects the whole game, now that I think about it? Like, sure, Mario Kart 7 and 8 had the water stuff, and Mario Kart 8 had the anti-gravity and whatever, but those were just kind of like small sections that didn't really change all that much with the gameplay. Double Dash, I think, was like one of the only ones that really had like a whole game-defining gimmick. I mean, you could argue that World did too, but I don't know. It's still kind of the same core gameplay, you know? It's just that now it's in an open world instead of the actual well-designed courses. I'm not gonna keep going on about Mario Kart 1. I'm sorry. It's just, it sucks. Mario Kart World isn't great. Actually, you know what? This isn't like a call-out post or anything, but I was just thinking about this the other day, because I saw something that kind of annoyed me, and it's not a big deal. Again, I'm not trying to start beef with this guy, because it is a thumbnail made by another YouTuber, but, like, I saw a video talking about, like, revisiting Mario Kart 8, which, sure, I get that. That's a pretty normal thing. But, like, his thumbnail said, like, still the best, question mark, and I'm like, what do you mean still? When was Mario Kart 8 ever the best? Like, ever. It was never the best to begin with. Just because it has the most doesn't mean that it's the best. A longer game doesn't necessarily mean a better game. I'm sorry. Mario Kart 8 is not the best. It never was the best. It still isn't the best, and it will likely never be the best Mario Kart, because there are already better Mario Kart games that existed before it. I'm sorry. That's just kind of how it is. I'm not saying that Mario Kart 8 is bad, per se, but it's not the best. That's a very high standard you're setting. Shit, I thought I could barely sneak under that. I'm not saying this is the best either. It's a great game, and I still very much so enjoy it, but I also recognize a lot of the flaws. I didn't even realize that they could hit you when they were still just poking their head out. I thought they had to, like, actually be properly jumping out. Okay, well, it is subjective, I suppose, but I don't think I have ever heard anyone besides him ever say that Mario Kart 8 is the best. And I didn't even watch the video because I wasn't really all that interested. I'm sure it's a fine video, but also I don't think I've literally ever heard anyone say that Mario Kart 8 is the best. Just ever. And I guess it did say, like, a question mark, so maybe he doesn't even think Mario Kart 8 is the best. I don't fucking know. Again, I didn't watch the video because I wasn't really interested. And also it was, like, 11 o'clock at night, and I was supposed to be getting to sleep. But I couldn't, because I think that was the same night that I saw the cockroach in my room. So, you know. It could also be clickbait. It probably almost definitely is. You know? Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of what you have to do on the internet, but at the same time, it's like, I never really respected clickbait. I never really liked clickbait. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair, but, like, I don't want people putting, like, the most ridiculous, over-the-top bullshit in their thumbnail just to try to trick people into getting into it. Just tell me what your video is about, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Clickbait bothers me. Like, the more clickbaity your title and thumbnail are, the more likely I am to just roll my eyes at the video and then never click it. It could be the best goddamn YouTube video the world has ever seen, and I still won't click on it if the title and thumbnail are, like, too clickbaity. That's why I kind of, like, try not to do that with a lot of my thumbnails and titles and whatever. I cannot line myself up for that. And, like, on one hand, like, I fully get it. I understand. It's just kind of what you gotta do around here. But, like, I don't know. I still think it's annoying. Then again, maybe if I was doing more clickbait type stuff, I would be... I don't know, maybe I would be more well-known by this point. Not that I'm not fine with where I'm at, honestly. I'm comfortable here. I like not having all that big of an audience. It's really annoying, but it does wonders. Yeah, that's fair. Oh god. Ah! Fuck's sake. I didn't even realize the crabs could hurt you in this one. It was so small and flat, I thought it would just... It was mixed in with the regular ones! Since when did the AI actually know how to use the fake item boxes, man? That's fucked up. Yes! Ooh. Damn it, I screwed it up immediately. Of course. Oh hey, I see reflexes in chat. I'm suffering over here. I think you can still be somewhat tasteful with clickbait, there are degrees. To be fair, this is the game fake item boxes peaked. That's fair. Also, thank you for the shortcut. I just wish that I could have stuck the I mean, I guess I did technically stick the landing. I just immediately screwed it up. I mean, it still saved me, but still. Honestly, probably a hot take. I'm not going to defend this very much, but I always kind of like the fake item boxes. Maybe it's just because I'm a scumbag and I always mix them in with the regular item boxes anyway. Just like the thing I've been complaining about the NPCs doing. But still, I know that they suck. I know that they're not very good items, because they're pretty much just the same as a banana, especially in later games where they're actually like visibly different from the item boxes. Except these ones don't, oh god, protect you from items. But I don't know, I've always kind of had a soft spot. Yeah, they're good. Like, I think they're a unique item, and they're an interesting item, and I'm disappointed that they... Like, I'm disappointed that they aren't in more modern games, but also I fully get it. Because it's just always more useful to have a protective item, like shells or a banana peel. Okay, cactus is not spiky, apparently. I would love to read that message, but it's very hard to... Honestly, this game is one of the harder games to read chat while playing. Honestly. I said honestly like 3 times now, because I'm just trying to focus on driving. Alright, hang on. I'm getting far behind. They're worse than bananas, sadly, can't even protect you from items. Yeah, they need to make them look more convincing in newer games. Yeah, this game's where they peaked looking exactly like the boxes, but the devs deemed it too unfair, so nerfed them. That's fair. Maybe there's, like, a middle ground that could work. Make them look less like they're fake, while still also having, like, some sort of visual difference. But then, I don't know about the... right? Because it is kind of unfair when it looks exactly like the item. I could totally get that. And I've dealt with it a couple times here. Oh my god. It worked this time, we're good. But at the same time, I just feel like if you make it look too fake, then it just kind of becomes useless. You kind of gotta get like a good middle ground or something. Maybe they could get somewhere between the 64 and modern design. Damn it. If I just used that mushroom, I would have been fine. But I was so focused on reading chat and also defending myself. But yeah, that could work. I mean, I know you mean just, like, have them look more convincing while still keeping, like, the slight color difference. But for some reason, the thing that I got in my head was, like, having just a random Mario Kart 64 box and Mario Kart Wii or something. You lost because you looked at my message. I'm so sorry. Listen, if it makes you feel any better, because of that screw-up, I wound up with a much more satisfying 30 points. So, you know, maybe it worked out in the end. Maybe it was meant to be all along. But yeah. I could probably keep going for this stream, but I don't really know. Like, it would just be the same courses. We've already gone over all of them. We've already gone over some of them, like... We've already gone over, like, half of them twice, I think. Maybe... No, yeah, definitely half. Probably over half at this point. So I think we're just gonna have to end this one off here. Fun game. Might be more fun if I had, like, someone else to stream it with. But, you know... This was fun. I had a good time this stream. Have a good night, man. You too. I still have a lot of the day ahead of me. Well, not a lot, but I have some of the day ahead of me. But I hope you guys have a... Why can I not speak? I hope you guys all have a good night, though. And I hope I can get some sleep tonight. And that there's no more cockroaches lurking around my room anywhere. But I think it's fine, because I haven't seen anything, and I did, like, clean it up. Oh, it's almost 11 p.m. for me. Oh, yeah, it's only 2:40 for me. Yeah, get some rest, man. Either way, thank you, everyone, so much for sticking around and watching. I hope that wasn't too loud. I didn't think about that before I did it. I'm gonna go relax, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I might see you on Saturday? Question mark? I'm still thinking. I don't know for sure. But I might have, like, just, like, a game dev experimentation stream on Saturday. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I know I say that every stream, and I know I probably say this every stream whenever that comes up, but, like, still, I'm gonna say it again. I really appreciate you guys just deciding to take time out of your day just to be here. Because it really does, not only does it mean a lot that you would do that, but also it genuinely does help me. Even just, like, sitting through some of those fucking stupid-ass ads. I really don't like ads, but I also kind of have to run them. Like, that helps. You guys sitting through those for me, that helps a lot, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I'm going to end this one off here. Thank you everyone so much for sticking around and watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. It's still Pride Month, right? Happy Pride Month, everyone. See you later.